Hey everyone, NOTTODEAD here. Today I got this, I don't know, stash belt, survival belt, EDC belt, whatever you want to call it. It's a little bit of a mixture of everything. Lock sport belt. It's got all kinds of goodies in it. We're going to go through it. I've been kind of setting this up. I wear it every day and have a little bit of everything in there just in case, SHTF or whatever, Just having just random stuff, things on you when you're out doing stuff. You don't have to have, your pockets all overloaded, stuff like that. It's a good idea just to have some little extra stuff, or at least for me. Works out nice. Most of the items in here and this belt can be found in Southern Specialties or Hard Case Survival, so go check them out. I'll put a link in at the bottom anyways. But so this is the belt here, and it's like your traditional style money belt. It's got a zipper inside of there. We're going to do a full loadout and dump out of it. It's probably going to take me forever to repack everything in there. I've got it set up to where it works pretty well for me. This is the medium. I forget the exact specs, somewhere around 40 inches or something like that. Made in USA. Kind of like a nylon or plastic buckle. I don't know exactly what it's made out of. I was a little skeptical at first, but this thing has held up for well over a year now. No issues, no slipping, no, tearing or anything of the belt. It's got a little wear there from going through stuff, but I like the little angle notch on there. It makes it nice for feeding it through your belt loops, stuff like that. So let's get in here. I'll unzip it. And we're gonna go actually left to right. So like that. Hopefully everything's in focus. You guys can see everything. And we'll go little by little and just kind of pull the items out, check them out and everything. So we got some warded lock picks here. A little set. That's one of the first items there. And we have another set of jigglers on a little folding rivet. So we got a couple nice little items already there. A comb tool, which actually I think that slipped out of something that was up in there. And I was wondering what was in the pocket the other day. And I was like, yeah, well, now I guess I just found it. This is a little mini escape kit, pocket kit, picking kit right there, and it has a blade on it, a saw style profile or city rake, triple peak, a long reach. And this is nice when it's actually folded out like that. It actually makes a pretty good pick. The rivet's pretty stiff. So, and then this thing here, crazy sawzall type like hacksaw blade. This thing will cut metal. It's actually really well. And it comes with a little tension tool here. So there's that. Fold that out. This again is another Southern Specialties item. There's going to be some probably redundancies in here, some stuff. And everybody's situation is different. You may want different things. You know what I mean? It's to each his own, of course. A split paw security or higher security handcuff key. Good to have. And this also is a great escape item, whatever. If you know that, I'm in the shackleman and the handcuffs, stuff like that as well. So obviously I'm going to have something like that on me. Going down, we got the lapel dagger in stainless steel. Another item from those guys there. And put a little, it's not stupid sharp, but you could add this to a end of a stick, make a spear, something like that for fishing, protection, hunting, whatever. And then it's got this little piece of cord on there. So I sized it to fit my hand pretty good and accordingly to where you could get a good grip on there, have that here, you're not going to lose it, and you kind of push-pull against the knot on the end or the loop and give yourself some good leverage here, so you get yourself a little utensil / defensive item. And this could be stitched into something, so you always have it on you. And there's, of course, a little loop of paracord on here. Gives a little better grip there as well. I have the nylon one as well, so sometimes I go to that when I want a little lighter weight option. But I figure if I'm going to have it in there, it fits. I tuck it right here at the beginning, and it fits well around my waistline where that happens to land. So it's not an issue or a concern or anything. I mean, obviously, if you roll the belt up, it doesn't roll up perfectly round, but, it fits me and it fits my body type and everything well. So, and of course, it wouldn't be a money belt, a little bit of money in there. Yes, if you got to get a ride somewhere or whatever, just having a little bit of emergency cash, not a bad idea. Could use as a fire starter or something if you absolutely had to. And then over here, we have more jigglers. So 2 sets of jigglers in there for all sorts of different types of locks. Some of these could be automotive ones as well. A lot of these profiles will work for automotive locks, cabinet locks, toolboxes, different types of things. Anything you may have to encounter, some cheaper end locks, all that stuff. And then in here, I knew that was what happened as the comb picks slid out. They were normally in another pocket in there, but we have a couple different ones, a 4 and a 5 comb picking tool. Nice, you just stick them in, lift up, raises the pins up. A little bit bigger of a pick set, the fold-in pocket pick set. The same thing, comes in a little case, a little holder, whatever, like the smaller option. I picked these profiles for this one. Some ones I thought that'd be handy in the field or whatnot. The ball one works great for handcuffs. So this one's a good zipping profile, your hook, snake, a quad, and a triple peak. And then it comes with a little tension tool as well. And this one's even better. When you fold this out and it's in hand, that's like a full-size pick, you know what I mean? And those rivets are very stiff to where it holds everything. So another great item there. And as you can tell, they've been used. They got some scuffs on them, some other stuff. This is one of the items actually out of this belt that I've used the most, along with some of the warded picks, stuff like that. So handy to have with me. I've found use for those. So already we got a lot of lock picking stuff. Now we're getting into more. This is kind of the quicker access things. Now we're going to get more into like long-term kind of bug out type stuff, whatever, survival items. Got a big long zip tie, can be used for securing, detaining, other stuff, gear repair, all kinds of different uses with this, especially that little loop there. It's not a bad idea to have something like that in there. Then we have some Kevlar rope, and it's folded onto itself and looped around and then tied together with bread ties. But I believe there's 20-something feet here, if I'm not mistaken. This is fire resistant, abrasive. You could use it to saw through like a zip tie handcuff or something like that. Just, again, gear repair, other stuff, making a little like snare type thing potentially. You can see that one's been on it a little while. The dye and stuff's kind of rubbed down, but I've got some other stuff. I forget the exact test on that, but it's quite strong. That might even be Technora rope instead of Kevlar. And then here we have some shims for handcuffs, and then also a decoding shim for the like a realty style lock or combo wheel lock, something like that, a common one that you see. And then there's 2 different thicknesses, an ultra thin and a thicker one, titanium handcuff shim, and a split paw one. I hope this isn't doing crazy focusing the whole time. I know it's probably not focusing the best down there, but trying to keep it in there. And then we have some longer shims and wider ones here. These work really nice for handcuffs, other stuff. You could probably even use these for decoding as well. That's another notch decoder tool. And those slip into this little case here. Again, I got a little folding mini jiggler set. Good for desk locks, cash boxes, different things like that. Another little mini jiggler. And a little tension tool. A little Z-bar. With a bobby pin. And it's already got the little nubules pulled off. So perfect for handcuffs, locks. You can actually rake locks with that profile as well. Stuff like that. So, and then a little nylon sleeve that would light it and catch on fire as well. All right, so we're starting to get a little out of frame here. We'll move that over here. And then here, so this is where those combs are supposed to be. Not that that matters to you guys. But double-sided jiggler, good for gas caps, other types of stuff, basic wafer locks, other things. So nice little jiggler to have in there. There's the other comb pick, the 6-pin comb, and the other notch decoder. So there's a couple of those guys that got a little unorganized. And we have another little mini zip tie for gear repair, stuff like that. And then in here is a sear wire or diamond wire saw, and I put the heat shrink around there and flatten it on the ends, bent it a little bit so it gives you a little bit of a grip. And then as soon as you start, rubbing against something, whatever, it's going to burn through this, what'd you call it, shrink wrap really easily, not an issue. Or you could rip it, pull it off, whatever, but also so you don't lose it. That thing's pretty small, pretty fine. But I have a video where I used an item like that, or diamond rods and stuff to cut through a padlock. So if you got time and whatever, escaping and stuff like that, survival situations, that's a handy item to have as well. Going forward, now we have about 20 or so inches, maybe 2 feet of inch-wide Gorilla tape folded on itself. And I did try it. It will peel. Obviously, it'll peel off this way, but on the inside, it just folded it on itself, and you can pull it apart. But this could be used for first aid, stop a bullet wound, makeshift tourniquet, something like that, gear repair. Also great for a fire starter. So all kinds of different things, you could use this for as well. So another handy item to have in there. And then for trade-in bartering, we got some silver coins, silver $50. These are worth right around $6 in current market value. The quarters, I forget the exact value of the $50. But also you could weight these down in something, make like maybe a little blackjack, something like that. So, and then also trade-in bartering and stuff like that. That's probably a little over the top, not really a needed or necessary item, but makes me feel good having it in there. Also, a couple other last minute items. A ceramic razor blade, good utility item. Also can be used as a striker, other stuff. We have some more, a little bit thicker Kevlar rope. Great for like a wire saw, something like that, to get through, like I said, handcuffs, things, but this is a lot thicker. So that would hold up a little more weight. Again, I forget the exact pound test on that. I apologize for that. But got some more rope there. And finally, last but not least, that is everything in the belt there. We have some fire plugs. And you just rip these up, fluff them up, whatnot. And we have a little mini ferrocerium rod in there, which hasn't seen much action. Actually, I don't think I've used this one at all. And it's got a little rubber grip on there. Again, all items from Southern Specialty. Obviously, they didn't send me the money. The blue rope wasn't there, zip ties, things like that. All the tools, stuff like that, including the belt, was all from them. So all that stuff, believe it or not, fits in this little belt. Oh, and can't forget that. I got a couple of Ranger bands on here. Really good for fire starters, other stuff as well. Retaining something, gear, you could just use it as a belt keeper to keep the loose end of the belt from flapping around and getting caught or bugging you. And it's basically, you could achieve the same thing with a bicycle inner tube, cut it up into bands, whatnot, and put it around there. But I have them on my lighters, other things as well. So that's another little feature I put on the belt. Fits there perfectly, nice and discreet. But yeah, a little bit of a long video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're not liked and subscribed, please consider it. I appreciate it. Helps the channel out, helps get this content out to other people that may enjoy it. And if, like I said, you're interested in any of these items, Southern Specialties or lockpicktools.com is there. You can find them on Instagram as well. But yeah, that's my thing. If you guys can think of any suggestions, items that, maybe I could do without, or, definitely should have, other things, definitely feel free to comment. I appreciate it. And anything you might want to see me do in the future, any other things, I have different types of bags, get home bags, stuff like that. I plan on doing a longer one of those. That's probably going to be a good half-hour long video, but I'll try to get you guys a last minute little close-up of everything. So that's all the gear that was in my money belt. Thanks, everyone. Have a great one.